presents to you Honest Talk.
Hi folks, we are again back with one more great personality, Mr. Rajesh Srinivasan. Rajesh Srinivasan is a modern marketing strategist and business growth expert. He is the author of the two Amazon best-selling books, Marketing Success Formula and Shifting Gears. The book has been featured in various magazines like Business Today, The Week, India Today and Business Standard. Economic Times has recently appointed Rajesh as a jury board member for its Most Promising Tech Marketers Award 2020. Rajesh Srinivasan has extensive industry experience of over 20 years in the real estate, hospitality, and advertising industry. He is an alumnus of the Indian Institute of Management, IIM, Lucknow, and was the topper of the batch. So, let's begin our talk with Mr. Rajesh Srinivasan.
So first of all, I welcome you to in this session. Thank you so much, sir, for joining and agreeing to share your thoughts with us. We are extremely very happy to have you for today's talk.
Yeah, hi. It's my pleasure to be here. I'm extremely happy to join hands with you in this discussion.
Thank you so much, sir. It's our pleasure to have you today. So, sir, moving to the topic of today's session, which we have chosen is brand building in the digital world. Sir, my first question to you is that, sir, why it is very important to build brand in digital world in today's era?
Brand building, we generally do two types of, from a strategic perspective. A business or a marketer do demand generation activities to drive revenues to the business, and then we do brand building to emotionally engage with the customers, to differentiate the brand or to stay relevant with the customers. So when it comes to revenues, it's very short term. So unless and until you have a brand, your revenues you will not be able to generate revenues in a sustainable way. So that is why I don't consider brand building and demand generation activities as a separate exercise. Like any good businesses, you can integrate both along with your customer acquisition, customer retention process. Brand building can be done as part of what you do in your marketing activities, day in and day out. Everything, every touch point with the customer, even with your employees, is an ideal opportunity to build your brand. Even in the digital world, now these touch points have increased dramatically. It means customers use multiple ways to reach out to the brands, not in the way we expect. So this is another opportunity and a challenge as well for companies, because you don't know where customers are looking for, when they are looking for solutions which you sell. So I would say it's again an opportunity and a challenge for the marketers today.
All right, sir. You have covered so many things. I think those who are watching this session, of course, they are going to learn much more thing from this session. Sir, as you have mentioned that brand building in digital world is a challenge and an opportunity in itself. So, sir, my next question to you is that is only related to this only. Sir, what do you feel? What are the challenges for modern brands on their way to going digital?
The challenge is multifold. I would say the entire internet and digital world, I would call this concept as complex adaptive system. It's highly interlinked. From marketing standpoint, you have your own media assets like your website, your Facebook channel, your LinkedIn channel, all your social media channels, our own media assets on one side. On the other hand, we use paid media channels to build awareness, brand awareness. Like we pay advertisements to and be there in print media, radio, Facebook. So this is on the other side. We have our paid media channels and we have our own media channels. On the other hand, these are pretty much controllable. You can release content. You can put up your content on your own media site or your own Facebook page. Or on the other hand, you can even release your advertisements to paid media channels. These are pretty much in your control. But from customer standpoint, if you notice, these customers don't believe in most of the paid media channels. Those are just acquisition channels. You and me today don't spend much of our time in ads, right? So we don't go to any channel and ask, okay, let me go and watch television and see how many ads are coming out today. We don't go with that intention, right? So advertising in general is more interruptive in nature. So on the other hand, how customers see the world, marketers need to think from that perspective in order to win in today's digital world. For example, I do a lot of research on marketing. So I go to YouTube and study a lot of marketing related stuff. My wife is passionate in cooking. So she goes to YouTube. She consumes a lot of videos related to recipes, related to lifestyle elements of all those things. Related to kitchen, she consumes a lot of content. Today, in order to build a brand, you have to integrate your brand marketing with the way consumers live in the digital world. Consumers definitely are not in the Facebook to consume our ads. Customers definitely not are on the Google to consume our ads. They are consuming educational and entertaining content online. We live in a content-driven world. Marketers need to understand this thoroughly and see if we see from customer perspective and create content which can align with what they are looking for in the online world. I think then we will be able to get their attention and trust. Advertising generally don't do that job. Advertising just drive awareness, and according to Nielsen's research, one of the primary driver of brand consideration, trust, which drives trust, is user-generated content, that is reviews and the content created by influencers and other people. So it means a lot of things happen outside the paid media channels. We need to understand that part when you try to build a brand in today's digital world.
Indeed, sir. My next question to you is how digital marketing is different from traditional marketing?
See, that is a general question which we ask, or generally I get when people ask me, what is the difference between digital marketing or traditional marketing, or do we need to do digital more or physical more or online offline marketing? So the question shouldn't be either digital marketing or traditional marketing, because again, this is the fundamental mistake which we do as marketers, seeing things only from the media angle, but customers don't see things from digital or traditional mediums. For example, take an example. Today morning, I have my newspapers in my home, print newspaper. I go out and travel across my street, and I do see small billboards there. And then I come home and use my mobile channel, and I do see digital advertisements there or content, or I use Facebook. I connect with people, professional people like you on LinkedIn. See, from a customer angle, if I observe my own self, I don't see things from a digital world or a traditional world. Everything operates in a space, right? I operate in a space, overall space. So I think even marketers, I believe in one thing. Marketers, the main challenge for the marketers is how we orient our thinking, or how we think in the way our customers think. It's not like how we sell our products, how we need to advertisement. These questions generally don't give dramatic results in marketing. So if you ask, instead of digital or traditional, if you ask where my customers are, how I need to reach them in a more effective and a contextual way that is willing to consume my content, that is receptive to consume my content? If we ask certain questions like this, yes, digital marketing is way cheaper compared to traditional advertising like print advertising, mass media, interruptive advertising, and even digital advertising is also becoming more cluttered. So when you use, even when you read a lot of articles, how many interruptive advertisements we have in Google platforms, even in Facebook. Just once after we visit a website, how many retargeting messages even don't like it. Hello?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Am I audible? Yeah.
Yes, sir, you are.
People, even you and me don't like it. For example, if you go to a website, how many times we are interrupted with cookies asking, they just wanted to retarget us more time, just because for that purpose they asked for permission to capture our own cookies, right? So all those things are interruptive advertising, which people generally don't like. So coming back to your question, it's not about digital or traditional platforms, which one is effective. It's all about how we approach marketing purely from customers' angle. That's more critical in evaluating which platforms you need to choose to do both your brand building and demand generation marketing activities.
All right, sir. It was again a very wonderful answer from your side, and I think those who are watching this session, of course, they are going to learn many things from this session. Sir, my next question to you is, sir, what do you believe? What are the fundamentals for building strong brands in the digital world?
I would say you need to stick with the fundamentals, as you rightly said. The fundamental question to the marketers need to ask is, how can we stay relevant to our customers, and how we can differentiate our brand? These two are fundamental questions: relevance and differentiation. You need to drive your entire brand strategy based on these two questions, because as Steve Jobs rightly said, we live in a noisy world, right? Everywhere we are cluttered with too many information, too many platforms, mediums. So in order to stay relevant to your customers, I would again suggest, pick a small set of audience. Don't try to reach out to everyone who is not willing to listen to your ideas. Pick up your core customer segment, your fans who are eagerly waiting to hear from you, people who already trust from you, people you have already built relationship from you. Choose from that small circle, delight them, serve them with your offering, create an impact from your life. Then the word of mouth spreads. Yes, to grow quickly, companies definitely use conventional advertising. We cannot avoid that. On the other hand, try to build your brand in a more organic way, just by impacting people's life, even a small set of audience. I would say, when they go and speak about your brand, say for example, today the most powerful marketing weapon is user-generated content. It's not your advertising. When I say user-generated content, when you go to buy a product in Amazon, what we will look for generally: reviews, the brand which has more positive reviews, a product which has more positive reviews, or the product which has more negative reviews. So today it's all about user-generated content. What our consumers are talking about us. It's not about what we talk about our own self. That is old way of seeing marketing. In today's world, if you want to build a brand, make your customers as your brand evangelist, as your fans. Let them go and create content for you, like reviews, when they talk about you in their social media channels, in their Facebook channels, in their LinkedIn channels, it builds a trust about your brand. People start seeing you. Who's this guy? Who's this brand which is getting good reviews about this customer? Because it's very difficult. At times you can ask few people to write reviews, but you cannot scale it. But to get more organic reviews, if you want people to talk about your brand, I think we need to play an organic game. We need to deliver superior product and service. We need to have a superior customer service team to deliver a wow service to them. If you do this, you automatically build your brand, be it in a digital world or in an ordinary world. In both the places, even if you do an exemplary job, an exceptional job in your marketing, sales, CRM, and as a company as a whole, people not only just talk about you in the digital mediums, they even talk about your brand with their friends, family members, and all the other people whom they met. Because we live in a tribe, right? We are social animals. We have a family, we have our own friend circles, we have our own office colleagues. Just imagine how many times we speak about our own experience along these circles. So you have an opportunity to build your brand. When you do an exceptional job, then your users will take care of your brand marketing. They talk about you in all the platforms which they use day in and day out, both physical, both in the offline world and even in the online world.
All right, sir. Again, you mentioned a very important point, which I like the most, is that in today's world, what matters is that what your consumer speak about your brand. So, sir, in same context, my next question to you, sir, what do you think digital marketing versus traditional marketing, which produces a better ROI, return on investment?
From an ROI perspective, return on investment perspective, again, digital marketing gives you good results because television, print, advertising cost more. But even in digital marketing, if you take an advertising approach, the cost is less when compared to traditional advertising, but still it is an interruptive advertising. I've told this earlier to you, right? Even if you, when you're on Facebook, if you interrupt your audience with ads, even in Google platforms, when they read some magazines, online magazines, if you interrupt your audience using Google advertising, it's still a pushy advertising. So while you want to accelerate your growth, you will have to definitely consider advertising. But on the other hand, you even have to choose your content marketing efforts. Like, for example, today as a brand manager, we have a lot of digital platforms like YouTube. We have our own YouTube channel. It's like our own television channel in YouTube. Facebook, LinkedIn, and then your own blog, your own newsletters. The key trend which we need to observe from marketing standpoint is, earlier you are dependent on other media channels to deliver your results. It means you only had television, print, radio, which you don't own. You need to pay huge amount of money to them to deliver your message to your consumers. Today, you have your own media assets. It means you are running a small media company on your own. You have an opportunity to create a lot of content, educational content or entertaining content. Let me give you an example. If you are running a fashion business, okay? If you're running a fashion business, there are two ways to approach your fashion business. One is release an advertisement in newspapers or even in digital, Google display or Facebook advertising. You can do this, or YouTube advertising. Another way of looking at it is thinking like a media company. How you can create a lot of educational and entertaining content to your audience. Let's say your audience are women who want to know more about fashion trends happening today, want to know more about what to wear, what to buy, to keep themselves trendy. And they don't look for advertisements. They go to YouTube and they go and consume a lot of content. You and me do like this, right? So as a brand manager or as a CMO, Chief Marketing Officer, today we all need to think like a media company. We all need to think like a journalist and create a lot of content which is not about advertising, which is not about selling, which is more about educating our audience, which is more about entertaining our audience. When we do that, people start paying attention to us. People start consuming our content. As I told you earlier, today the biggest challenge for the marketer is to get the attention of the customer first. We are living in an information overload, right? So we skip a lot of advertising content and messages. We skip most of the messages. We only like to consume the content which we want, which we need. It means advertising is ineffective today. It's the harsh reality. It's the harsh truth. But on the other hand, you have an opportunity to grab your customers' attention and trust by thinking like a media company, create more content which is relevant to them, useful to them. And then what happens is, when they think about buying something related to fashion, they end up choosing you naturally, because since you have provided more upfront value to them, since you have helped them to by giving more relevant information to them, okay, fine, then I'm planning to buy something related to fashion, I naturally choose you. Today, this is what happens in the marketing or in a brand marketing funnel. It's more of a content driven than advertisement driven.
All right, sir. Again, it was a really very great answer from your side. I think those who are watching this session, of course, this is much fruitful for them also. Sir, I don't want to take your much time. I have one question from one of my subscribers. So the question is, for a startup, which one is good choice? Online marketing or traditional marketing, TV, radio, and print?
For a startup, it depends. For example, I would definitely don't suggest traditional ways of approaching marketing because it's way costly. The ideal way, the ideal approach for a startup would be you just narrow down your niche and your audience first. Know who your audience are. It should be very narrow. For example, it could be 200, 300 customers base. You should narrow down your audience first. Then ask this question: how can I reach out to them? Be it in a digital platform or a Facebook, because conventional platforms, the main challenge is you cannot target them precisely. But in Facebook or in Google platforms, or if you're a B2B company in LinkedIn, you can target them precisely. That is the main advantage in the digital platforms. Then even in digital platforms, instead of using advertising as a mode to reach your audience, try to reach them in a more organic way. Try to connect with them. As I have told earlier, give them upfront value using your content, so they naturally connect with you and see you as a thought leader in your space, see you as a more engaging or more of a service provider, even if you are a startup. So I would recommend not to spend initial stage. You should spend money on advertising. On the other hand, look for ways to connect with your audience in a more organic way using your content. This opens more demand for your business because people generally perceive you as an expert when you create a lot of content. Startups definitely need to consider this option more because it not only builds your demand, on the other hand, it also builds your brand parallelly. When you create a lot of content about your company, more useful, educational and entertaining content about for your audience. So to answer your question, don't look for conventional mediums because it's very costly. Look for digital platforms, choose your target audience, and deliver content to your audience through highly targeted platforms or through the platforms where you can target them precisely, like Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn.
All right, sir. Again, it was a very wonderful answer, and also it was a very wonderful interaction with you. Thank you so much, sir, for joining, and most importantly, giving your important time. It was a great session with you. Thank you so much, sir, for joining.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.